G'day everyone, Professor Maple here. We're back on Maple's World doing some mining, doing some crafting, doing whatever the heck tickles our fancy today. And I want to thank you all for the support on the last episode of Maple's World. Episode 89 did really well. And I appreciate all of you who are who have subscribed recently and decided I'm something you want to watch, or someone you want to watch, I guess makes more sense. Um, but yeah, anyway, uh, last episode, I talked about how I don't have a lot of spoons and I was not expecting to play on Suburbia, even though the season started about, what was it, 3 weeks ago now? Yeah, as of time of recording. Um, so that started, and I need you to hear me out. So, so I was able, in the week between me releasing that video and the time that the server started up, I was able to relax a bit. I was able to recover some of my spoons, and I was able to actually I logged on the Friday that the server started, still with the intention of just kind of like logging on to see what the beginning of the season would look like and whatnot. Um, and then I just kept playing. I kept logging on. Um, I kept signing in and saying hello to people and socializing and reclusing. Reclusing, is that a word? Being a recluse when I needed to recover my spoons again. And I've been kind of playing that balancing act for a little bit, and it's been working out. So yeah, I have changed my mind on whether or not I'm going to be playing on SMPs, at least for the time being. Who knows how long those spoons will last. But for now, I've been playing on it. I'm a member of something called the God Hand on there. I think it's an anime reference. I all I really know is that we're trying. Sometimes they're the good guys, and I'm, or they try to be the good guys, and I'm the pinky. So yeah, there were a couple other groups on the server that that maybe uh, exist to rival the God Hand, or to poke fun at the God Hand, or do whatever needs to be done. Um, like the devil feet is a thing, and Kirby's a thing, and chicken butt's a thing. Um, so that it's complicated, and I'm because I'm not recording on there, it's kind of hard to get into, but I am streaming on there. So if you want to watch me stream from there, I did a stream last weekend as of time of recording. I don't know when this video is coming out, but I did stream me digging some hole stuff for my base, and I also we ended up fighting the end dragon a few times on stream as well with some friends. And so that's up on Professor Maple 1 on Twitch. And of course, as always, link is in the description. And that was a fun time. And then it became a relaxing time. So yeah, we had fun fighting the dragons again and getting elytra for some of the people on the server. Yeah, it was relaxing after that. After the chaos of, I think we fought it at least 3 or 4 times, because there on the server there's a data pack that adds like 1,000 advancements. So one of them is to fight the Ender Dragon in the air the whole time with a dragon head on your noggin. So yeah, that's the thing. Oh, it's getting dark already. I've been yammering for for 10 minutes, I think. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna figure out some texturing for this roof here. I say here as if I'm pointing right at it. The texturing on the stables for the ravagers. And I think I'm going to use campfires as like broken bits. And Wandering Trader, hello? I don't see you, Wandering Trader. I'm going to leave you for now. But yeah, I think we're going to use campfires for some of them. Some of the bits that have broken in. Like that one. That one. And then we just extinguish it. And congrats, there's a structural hole in the roof. Is that a good spot? Probably not, because the tree's in the way. But we can stick one up here. Or maybe over a little bit. Nope, maybe not that high. Maybe not quite that high. But yeah, it's been good fun on the server. I've been enjoying it, hence I've been playing there, and I feel like Maple's World is in a fairly stable spot at this point. So I will still be recording this series. That's not going away. I still enjoy Maple's World a lot, but I can kind of step away from it for like a week at a time here and there, and nothing really happens. That could make it harder for me to record. So like I've got farms for most of the things that I need, and they don't really take too much time to gather the resources I don't need or don't have already. So, and I have a lot of resources on here. So how's this look? How's this look? Looks better. We could use something. Maybe we even do there. And pick up our block and thing here and thing here. Oop, no. I can't do that from underneath, I don't think. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So I'm gonna just texture a bit more here, and in the meantime, I think I'm gonna splice in. I did record building this stables, but I kind of lost some of the audio files, audio sourcey jig things. I lost some of the audio for it, so I'm gonna maybe dub it over, and we'll talk about something else. All right. So today, the date of recording is September 27th, 2025, was Minecraft Live. It happened for me, it was this afternoon, and it was pretty exciting. And I'm interested to see how this winter drop comes out. So if I'm going to talk about that, and if you don't want spoilers for the winter drop, I recommend maybe going to a further spot in the video where I will mark right here that is doable. But yeah, the winter drop looks fun. Today I'm going to be updating the world, Maple's World, to the release candidate one for 1.21.9, so we can play with the shelves and the copper golem and all the new copper stuff, and I probably won't play with like the armor and tools because I'm kind of not at that stage in this world anymore. But the copper golem seems kind of fun, and the shelf I think might be useful for stuff. So yeah, we'll give that a shot. Hopefully later this video, this episode. But Yeah, the winter drop. It looks like it'll be interesting. I think the spear, maybe I won't adopt the spear, but it does look a lot more versatile than something like although the the mace is fun, it's very situational. Whereas a lot of times in combat you'll be on the ground or flying with an elytra or something, or like they showed on horseback after in the after show for Minecraft Live this year. Um, so the spear is the diagonal shovel, as I will call it. It looks pretty cool. But again, late game is it's maybe not another thing I want to clog my inventory up with. But if I ever start a new world, definitely a solid choice. At least for PvP. I'm not. I feel like I'd have to try it out with like zombies and skeletons and stuff before I decide whether or not it's something I want to fight them with on the regular. But yeah, no, it looks neat. And the Nautilus, I am excited for the Nautilus. We've had the shell in the game for so long now, and now the Nautilus is going to be a thing. And ooh, that was some damage. Not really. Armor, a feather falling. I just react to that damage sound every time I fall off a thing. I am watching the footage as I record this audio over it. But yeah, so the Nautilus is going to be a thing, and Nautilus armor, that is cool. You can't armor a ghast. You just have to hope it heals in the rain or the snow or the cloud layer or whatever. So I think that being able to put a saddle and the armor on the Nautilus is a good choice. It's cool to get that sort of underwater breathing. You don't need to bring a conduit every time. And you can just kind of tinker around as you scoot around with your pufferfish, feeding the Nautilus the pufferfish. I think it's super cool, and it's for some reason cephalopods just kind of like there's something I just enjoy about like something with like that sort of like they're a little smarter than other mollusks, you know, like a snail. Snails are kind of they know when to poke their head out of danger, but they can't really like use their one foot in a smart way other than to travel. So maybe that's a limitation of the foot and not the brain. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this. I'm professor by name only on the internet. I'm not that well educated. But yeah, no, I think riding around on a Nautilus is going to be super fun, and I can't wait to find some diamond Nautilus armor somewhere. I don't know where I don't know where they're gonna hide that, but I imagine it'll be a treasure as opposed to a craftable item. I'm guessing. I don't know. All this is subject to change in the snapshots and whatnot as people give their feedback. But yeah, no, I although I feel like this round of Minecraft Live was a bit shorter than I was expecting. It makes sense because of how they're doing it at twice a year now, so they've got less to present each presentation because it's divided, right? So the almost a half hour of footage that we saw at Minecraft Live this year, or this fall, I should say, because we did have one in spring. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And it's good to see the zombie horse get a use. Like it was kind of sad seeing it kind of not in, like it was in the game, but it wasn't in the game, if you know what I mean. Like you couldn't find it in survival. It was a creative only thing. I think they even updated the spawn eggs. Anyway, zombie horse. Yes, it's good that they've finally found a good situation to put that in with the spear and the zombie riding it and the zombie nautilus. Oh gosh, that is, if you find a trident wielding drowned in the first place, you're in for a rough time. Even with like sometimes even with netherite armor, you're gonna have a rough time. But when it can zip around on a nautilus, like a zombie nautilus, that's just like the Simpsons "I'm in danger, Ralph Wiggum on the bus" sort of meme. Just like you're gonna have an even rougher time against that, even if you, well, maybe not if you have a nautilus. I don't know. It may depend on how that works, and that's subject to change, of course, because they're always changing the game. And I am struggling to create was it a fence gate? Yeah, struggling to craft a fence gate. I always get the recipes mixed up, is the thing. So the fences and the gates, for some reason it makes sense in my head for it to be either way for either of them. And so I get them mixed up. But yeah, no, I think what we saw at Minecraft Live is really interesting. And maybe it'll be a little more difficult in the, because I might be wrong about this, but I thought around Caves and Cliffs time, or maybe since then, that Mojang had decided to make it so ocean worlds were harder to spawn in, because they always kind of displace where you spawn, because if your spawn is in the middle of an ocean, then there's no land, then you have to spawn at the nearest land, and that was always a hassle. So I thought they discouraged the world generation from doing that by making oceans less common or less large or both. I don't know. I could be talking out my butt here. But I thought that was a thing that they did. And so I'm a little interested to see how useful the Nautilus will be. Like I think other than Suburbia, the most recent world I started was on Bedrock Edition to see what the vibrant visuals were like. So I'll link the video. Well, I'll link a video. It's not the same world, but I'll link the video where I explore the vibrant visuals and give my input here. But I did find that there were fewer. It seemed like there were fewer oceans in the 2 seeds that I've played on, in Bedrock at least, and I thought there was some manner of parity with the Java world generation, even if it's not quite 1-to-1. I thought they made them kind of similar for Caves and Cliffs. But again, could be talking out my butt there. I might be misremembering. So take that with a grain of salt, because this game changes so much. I can't remember what's been changed or reverted as a change or what anymore. And especially parity changes are kind of tricky, because I don't really remember what all the differences between Java and Bedrock even are a lot of times. Like I know Redstone's different on Bedrock, and Java doesn't have vibrant visuals or dyeing your your cauldron water to make leather armor different colors. But like I don't really know all of the ins and outs. Like if you remember Willet Moss, that video that I tried to show everyone what changes into moss when you bone meal moss on top of it. yeah, that video kind of aged pretty quickly because, as I was told by, I think someone in the comments there, or someone, another creator, I believe, had commented saying that on Bedrock, the list is a bit different of what can turn into moss. So yeah, I should not really be saying what's in Bedrock and what's not, because I don't remember. I barely remember what's in Java sometimes, because there have been so many changes over the years, and sometimes things get reverted back to a previous version or a previous change, or some things get talked about and not implemented, or implemented and not talked about, or whatever. And that's where you've got to really be on your toes when you're learning stuff about this game. You can't always go with the, so to speak, the word on the playground, because then you find out Mew isn't under the truck or something like that, and you wasted all your time getting missing no, or whatever the case may be. I might be aging myself with those references, but I think it illustrates my point. If you understand what is going on in those references, and if not, then don't worry about it. But yeah, no, I think overall I'm excited for winter. I'm excited to figure out where I'm going to house my underwater happy gas, my Nautilus, when it comes to the game. And I have diamond armor for it, hopefully. I think that's the thing that I think is the coolest part, is being able to like see something satisfying about diamonds in a swirl pattern. Anyway, I'm gonna you've seen me do most of this build here. I'm gonna just kind of move on to the next segment, and we will update the world. All right, so I have updated from 1.21.8 Happy Skies hotfix update to release candidate 1 for 1.21.9, and hold on, already a change. You notice the skylight here, very kind of white light, very normal daylight sort of thing. But if we go into the torchlight, I don't know if this is a Private Visuals thing. I know they did something with the end flashes, but I feel like the torchlight feels warmer now. I don't know if that's a change or not, but it feels like this area feels a lot warmer than it did before, so that's interesting to me. But I will just give you a heads up. As much as I love the copper golem, it's cute. It's got the cool sort of mechanical animations and stuff. Oh, of course it's raining. I don't really have much use for it. I've got this item room here, and it can only really reach maybe a couple chests up, maybe 3 if I'm lucky. Or at least I'm guessing. We could try it out. But I think the other main issue is that I love sorting my inventory after I do a build, or after I work on something, or in between working on parts of something. So I don't really have much use for it. And the shelf, although interesting, we might actually go into the shelf. There's the shelf, and they also changed some of the F3 settings. So let's see. Spruce wood is probably planks, right? I'm gonna guess. And is it like this? No, it's not like that. And maybe it's slabs and then it's like that. If we go like this, is that a shelf? No. I just wasted a bunch of planks there. What's our... Is it unlocked? Hello, shelf? We've got the chiseled bookshelf I could make. We've got a composter, we've got a crafting table. Sticks. Okay, hold on. I need to look up this recipe. Okay. Okay, it's stripped logs. Need stripped logs for this. So put your planks away. We need, that's the wood. We need the logs. The logs here. Here we go. Now we get the recipe for the shelf toast. Okay, there we go. And now it's just this. Yeah, there we go. We can make 18 of them. I don't think we'll need 18 of them for what we're doing here, but let's see. There's that, and then you can put the thing on the shelf. Okay. And you get it back by right-clicking. Okay, cool. And the spruce one has nails in it, so it's very, very medieval coded. That's good. This thunder and lightning is maybe a bit too dramatic for what we're doing here, but okay, that's cool. Oh wait, what's it look like from the side, from like the back? If I get rid of this lectern. Okay, that's a neat texture. That's pretty cool. It's got like, oh, it's almost like braces, like not like on your teeth or suspenders or anything like that, but like just reinforced sections to hold it up on the wall, I guess. So that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna put this lectern back. And I think the other thing is the F3 screen. We've only scratched the surface of the shelf there, but I want to try. So it's F3 and F6, I think. Oh yes, okay. This is new. This is very new. Okay. Okay, so we can set things to be off on the F3 screen, or in F3, or always. And some of these are, they kind of default to F3. So what's our F3 screen look like now? So currently, oh, it's gotten much smaller. They have reduced the number of things on the screen. Let me go to a darker background here. Okay, let's look at the, there we go. So they have reduced that whole left side that had a bunch of like a bajillion things on it. Or the right side, if I look at a block, yeah, we don't get the stats for the block I'm looking at on the right anymore either. So F3 and F6, we can put our biome back on. Oh, we can see it in real time here. Update. Cool. Chunk render stats, source stats, render stats, any spawn counts. Maybe that would be useful in F3. FPS in F3. Game version in F3. You can see 30 FPS biome Minecraft planes. And what was that last one? Game version. Game version is the top right here, just behind the debug options search bar. Height map, light levels. Light levels I want in F3. We can set that to always if we ever want to check our light levels without having F3 up. And that would be super cool. So if I do light levels under always, we go done, and we turn F3 off, we've got our client light here. It's 9 on the block, 0 in the sky. And we don't even have to, oh, that's cool. We don't even have to look at the ground because it will update wherever our foot position is. That is super handy. Like a lot of the time, like was it Mini HUD or something like that? You download it a lot of times. I think that's the one that does light level, shows you what the light levels are. But if you can just walk into place and not have to update a mod every version, like this is a game changer. And we already sort of had this function. We just had to sift through the whole F3 screen before. I think this is super useful. Like here, I can totally reduce the light level if I wanted to, and take out some of these torches, and just make it a bit more cave-like, so that the transition from there to there is a bit more seamless. That might be a next episode thing, I think. But yeah, if we go back, F3 is F6. We can go back, turn that on into F3 only. Local difficulty, I am curious to know what that is. Looking at block, memory, particle render set, post effect, sound mood, interesting. I don't know what sound mood is. Should we find out? I think we find out. We put that on always. Sounds, oh, that, okay, so I don't know what the mood percentage is. But the sounds is going to be the number of sounds out of that 247 maximum, I think, that we can have playing at once. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's what that is. So we've got 1/10 of our total sound power here, so to speak. Because I remember in like older versions of Minecraft, you could play even fewer sounds than that at a time before it would just not play all the sounds. So yeah, this is cool. I like this. This is I'm sorry if this isn't most interesting to watch, but hopefully you're like listening to this while you're mining in your own world or on a server or something, or doing something that doesn't really require the, I'm going to put that in F3. Doing something that doesn't require you to look at this if you're enjoying just the audio. Maybe you're one of those people who likes the ASMR aspect of my videos. Not that I like, well, I might start, but I don't really market it as ASMR, even though I kind of do the whole like chill vibes thing. So 3D crosshair, that's an F3, that can be fine. Chunk borders, chunk section octree, and entity hitboxes. Okay, so we can switch those. Interesting. What's our F3 screen look like now? Okay, the sounds are on the right hand side now, and I guess I don't have the, did I not put the chords on? Oh, the chords are on the right too. Interesting. Okay. So it looks like, and I might be wrong about this, but it looks like it balances where they are, so it's not all on one side or the other. It looks like it tries to say, hey, you got a whole bunch of things on this one side. We're going to put some on the other side instead, so that you're not just a full screen of text, or a full half, like left side or right side of your screen is just text. So that's cool. Okay, I think you know what? We're gonna go up here, and well, the wandering trader's still here. Interesting. I'm so spoiled by the wandering trader on Suburbia now, because sorry, bud, but they've got better trades there because of data packs. But yeah, I think we can take the scaffolding down, look back, and I think this we may or may not look at the shelf a bit more in a later episode, but I think this is where we're going to end it today. So yeah, have a thanks for stopping by. Thanks again for all the support on last episode. It's been great to see some new faces stop by and enjoy the videos I put out. But yeah, have a good now, have a good later, and we'll see you next time for more of whatever the heck it is we get up to. Goodbye. Whoop. Wasn't expecting that. Even though I probably should have. Goodbye.